The Office of the Insurance Commissioner's mission is to protect consumers and to look after a healthy insurance market. Climate risk threatens both.
In Washington State, fire is a very major factor. Flood is another significant issue. Sea level rise here in the state of Washington. We're looking at the impact on our economy potentially. We're very reliant on hydropower. We've benefited as a state tremendously with hydropower. Is it going to be available in the same way in the future?
We can expect more and more of these extreme events. We can expect to see it continually getting warmer. We'll expect to see much less mountain snowpack, much more frequent floods and droughts, and lots of impacts on our buildings, our roads, our highways and bridges, and lots of impacts on our communities.
This is not an east side or a west side of the state issue. Wildfires are happening on the west of the Cascades, and flooding occurs on the east side of the Cascades. This affects all Washingtonians across the state.
Big insurance companies already know that the risks are rising. Sea level is rising, risks of hurricane is rising, and as we see here on the West Coast, the risks of wildfires is rising.
If the insurance companies perceive the risk to be very high to them, that they could have significant losses where they have written policies, they're not going to want to write as many or any policies in those areas.
The insurance industry is involved with climate risk because property damage claims have been rising over the last 5 years. The cost to repair property from wind, from flooding, from storm surge, from wildfires has gone up and up and up.
Once consumers, insurance policyholders, all of a sudden start to realize that they can no longer afford their policy, that a $500 policy has gone to $3,000 per year. All of a sudden, when that strikes home to them, they're going to start to say, I can't afford this any longer, and I'm going to look for another insurance company. But if all of the insurance companies are acting the same way, you don't have even choices at this point. Some companies have pulled out of markets. Other companies have raised their rates considerably higher. So at that point, you become very vulnerable. The insurance buying public wants to know that insurance is going to be available and affordable to them when they need it. And that's the role of the insurance regulator. We want to make sure that there's an active market out there, so there's competition among insurance companies, and we want to make sure not only that it's available, but it's affordable.